and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get white hair. So pretty much this hair took me about 1.5 years to get to. I know there are other ways to get to it quicker, but my way I feel like was the healthiest, if there is a healthy way of getting to this color. There's really not, because really to lighten your hair to this color, or this, pretty much white, you have to use bleach. And bleach is the most damaging, pretty much, product that you can use on your hair, other than chemical, perm. So I used bleach to get here, and I am just going to tell you how I did it, what products I used, and hopefully it can help you out. Alright, so my cat is eating over there, but I'm also recording my audio on a little mic right next to me, so hopefully you won't hear that, but if you do, it's just my cat. So to begin with, let's see here. I was blonde back in about 1 year ago. I actually filmed a video on my highlights and how I did them, and so I pretty much highlighted a hard set foil, or a hard foil through my entire head, so a lot of my hair was highlighted, which automatically made my hair look a lot lighter. And then after that, I had that for a few months, and I was like, I'm just going to bleach my entire head. And so this is before I went to cosmetology school and before I did any of that kind of stuff, so I was kind of new to the whole thing, and I did some stuff that really was not good for my hair. I did it myself, and it really didn't turn out well, because when you apply bleach, you need to make sure you apply it very, 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 very thoroughly to your hair. Because if the bleach isn't covered on one spot, that one spot will be a streak lighter, and I know you can paint it on like this and be like, oh yep, I'm getting it all, but you won't really get it all. You have to mush it around, you have to really get into the strand, because if it's not covered, it's not gonna get, if it's not wet with the bleach, it's not gonna lighten. So after that, I, put it on my hair, and for those of you who know levels, I would say it was to about a level 8. And so at the time, that was fine for me. I was like, okay, yeah, this is good, this looks great. Then I toned it with Wella T4i and Wella T11 toner, I believe. And then that got me to the picture that I will show you right now. If I can find a picture from back then, I think I probably have one. So then after that, I played around with more hair color, and I ended up going to a salon and getting it professionally low-lighted, because I decided that I didn't want to be that blonde anymore, which was okay. I knew my boyfriend at that time, and he personally likes better honey blonde, but I personally like colors that aren't natural. I don't like being natural. That's just my opinion for me personally. But it's just, I really like kind of having colors that people will be like, ooh, look at that hair color. I don't know, I like kind of not being like everybody else, so that's why I have this hair color, and I just like it on me personally. It's personal preference, and I just think it's unique. Then after I got my hair highlighted, or low-lighted, it looked like this. So I really liked that color, and I had that for a little while, all the way up until I went in to beauty school. And so when I went into beauty school, they were looking for models to do a double process on. And pretty much this is what a double process is. It's 2 processes of bleach. My cat literally just went skidding across the floor. Process is 2 processes of bleach on your head, and so it's kind of a big thing, but I already had bleach in my head, so I guess they counted that as a double process. So they just touched up my roots that I had, and then they put bleach 5 volume on the rest of my hair that was already a little bit lightened, minus the low lights that were in there, which had kind of lifted a lot after having been washed so many times. And then they put a 20 volume on my roots, because you need a higher volume on your roots just because they lift a little bit slower than the rest of your hair. So always apply to your roots first before applying to the ends of your hair. Before they did that, they sprayed equalizing solution, which is a thing that creates the porosity of your hair, which is the hair's ability to stretch kind of almost, and take in moisture pretty much. I have like cat hair on my nose. I'm really sorry if it looks like I'm like picking my nose or something. I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to get the cat hair off my nose. So they pretty much put the 20 volume plus the bleach on my roots after they had sprayed the equalizing solution, which pretty much makes all the hair have the same porosity, and so it all will lift to the same like lightness and lightness as everything else. Don't know what I was trying to say there. So then when they did that, they washed it out, and I remember looking at it and the ends still were like a lot darker than the top, and I was like, I remember just seeing that and I was like, okay, well, I'm sure they know what they're doing. And so then they ended up toning it, and toning it is basically taking the yellow tones or orange tones out of it, and you basically counteract the yellow and orange tones by going opposite the color of on the color wheel. So like say your hair has a yellowy tone to it, you go with a purple toner. If your hair has an orange tone to it, you go with a blue toner. My cat just ran across again. So then after they did that, it looked good, it looked fresh, but then as soon as the toner like washed out of it and I started like using purple shampoo and whatever, it just looked really gray, and I kind of like the vibrant like white. And you can still see it's more on the warm shade of things rather than ashy, but it is to the lightness that I want it, and so I'm happy with it. But so pretty much this is my white hair, and so now from that point, that was about 4 months ago that I lightened it. So now it has been 4 months. I have used masks on my hair. I've mainly used ones that improve the porosity of the hair and actually get inside the strand itself instead of just putting like a coating over like the hair. And I know Sally's Beauty Supply has a few masks that are good, but mainly I went to like high-end salons and got masks from them because those are the kind that kind of work, and the kind from Target don't work, don't get them. They kind of just have a coating on them, so it coats your hair, makes you think that it's working, but it's really not working. So then for how I got to this color, we used 20 volume on my roots and applied that to the root area first in probably that like small of sections. So when I say like small sections, this would be like a section, and then we take another really small section just so that we didn't miss anything and so that we didn't like skip anything, because if you skip anything and you're going this light, you see it all. Once we applied it to the roots, we then went back and how we applied it was we split the sections up into 4 quadrants. So we split it down the middle and then 2 behind the ears from the top of the scalp, and then pretty much we worked on this section because you're supposed to work on the back first because the back is going to take longest to process, and usually the back is darker because it doesn't get as much sunlight from the like sun. So we worked on this side, then this quadrant, and then this quadrant. And then so pretty much once we did the roots, we outlined all of the like quadrants. I should have really taken pictures for you guys, but we outlined the quadrants with the bleach, and then we did the roots. And then we went back into the first quadrant that we did the roots at, and we basically just painted over the entire hair strand from mid-lengths to end. And then we let it sit for 33 minutes, I believe it was. And then I rinsed it out, and my hair lifted to this. And then once we had done that, I was like, whoa, this got light. It finally worked, because I have a strange, weird thing that my goal in life was to be white. All right, so once we had like washed my hair and everything from the bleach, we then applied toner. And toner is what I mean by taking out like the brassy tones or the yellowy tones, because if you're blonde, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't want to like get it gray or silver because I kind of like a little bit of warmth, just because warm colors look lighter than ashy colors. Ash colors tend to absorb more like darkness, and warm colors tend to absorb more light, and so I wanted to keep it kind of more neutrally to warm. The toner that I used is Manix Panix Vegan High Voltage Semi-Permanent Hair Color, and it's in the color Virgin Snow, and it says just white toner on it. And I really thought this toner would work for me because it isn't very like dark purple. Dark purple is what's going to turn your hair more of that silvery color. And I know that some toners kind of do lighten up and like wash out a little bit, but I kind of just wanted to like use dry shampoo, not wash my hair as much, So I figured this toner would work for me, and it also deep conditioned my hair while it was on it. So I was like, it's a win-win. This is the toner that I used. I will link it down below. You can get it at Sally's. I believe it's like $10 or something. But this was very good. I first dried my hair after I had washed the bleach out, and then I put it on like all over my hair in kind of like a light way, because my hair was already like pretty much white, but I just wanted to tone a little bit of yellow that was left down. And so I just put this on my dry hair all over, and then I let it sit for about 5 minutes, because it said to leave it in for 30 minutes, but I was like, let's not. I washed it out in 5 minutes, and it got me to this, so I'm happy with the color that it washed out to. The bleach that I used for my whole process is just the normal 20 volume cream developer from Sally's. It's called Salon Care Professionals. And then I used my L'Oreal Technique High Performance Quick Blue Bleach, and I would suggest getting this kind if you're going to want to be my color, because I find it's the best bleach out there that is sold at stores. And also it's blue, so it kind of like counteracts the yellows a bit more, I guess, something like that. But yeah, those are the products I used. So to reiterate, the last time that I went to this color, which was just a few days ago, I used 20 on the scalp, 20 on the ends to mid-lengths. The only thing that I saw to be very damaging was like this section right here, which is like the baby hairs, but really anybody's baby hairs are going to be kind of damaged because they are the thinnest part of your hair. And so I was like, okay, we're just going to deal with it. But yes, that is how I got to super white hair. I hope that this was really, really helpful for you, and I hope I kind of stayed on track and hit the bullet points. I'm going to watch this back and hope that that's what I did. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!